and today I wanted to come to you because I'm so excited about thinking about how my garden is going to be in the spring. That is when you are so excited because you know you are just so eager to get out into your garden and start planting things. But if you're like me, I have to know where every plant that I'm going to be putting in my garden, where it needs to go. So today I have been doing my planning, trying to get everything together. So I have decided, well, my list of things, I have decided that I am going to be growing. How many am I going to be growing? Different things. I'm going to be growing a total of 44 things in my garden this year. Let me show you. This is my little book that I keep everything that I want to grow in here. And so it's going to be things like squash. I've never tried the delicata squash. I want to try that. I've never tried the pink celery, so I want to do that. I need some more okra to go into my freezer because we are getting low, so I didn't grow it last season. So child need to grow it this season so I can fill up my freezer out there. And then I want to try 4 types of melons. So I got to really figure out where all these vining crops are going to go. I don't have a lot of arches in my garden, so I'm going to need to try to either construct some, make some trellises, or I brought something from Temu. I don't know if you guys remember, but in one of my Temu mail calls, I had this netting, this green plastic-like vinyl netting that I'm going to try to put somewhere so I can maybe get my cucumbers to grow on that this year. So I'm very excited about that. And then, remember I was telling you I was thinking about doing some watermelons. So I want to try some crimson sweet watermelons. I want to do some sugar baby watermelons, but I want to try them up on the hill. I've never planted any type of food or anything on my hill. So I figured that one slanty part that's on my hill that I showed you in a previous video, it is wide enough, and I don't, like I said, I don't grow anything up there, so I think that'd be a perfect area for those watermelons, because watermelons like to vine everywhere. But the only concern I have is that, you know, I got the creepy wiggly wigglies over here, so I'm very hesitant to grow anything on that part of my hill because I'm trying to not plant anything that's going to be too viney or too congested, because you know that's where they like to live. But I want to try a watermelon. Maybe I won't grow all those watermelons. Maybe I will maybe choose one watermelon to stick up there, just like doing like a test run. And if everything works out, then I will the following years add more watermelons up there. So we just, you know, sometimes as a gardener, you just got to take your chance and you just have to put it out there and see how it happens. And when things come up, you just got to learn to adapt. So, with that being said, Miss Renee is going to adapt. So, I also want to try some fennel. I've never grew fennel before, so I want to do that. Remember I told you I wanted to keep my herb garden? I want to take it up to the next level. I want to step up my game. So I'm going to be planting a lot of parsley, a lot of sage, a lot of basil, a lot of rosemary, and cilantro, because if I decide that I want to make some more salsa or anything else that needs to have cilantro, I want to be able to go outside of my garden and pick the cilantro. Because, child, you go in the store for a little thing of cilantro, it's almost like $3, $4. And they don't even give you a lot of cilantro. And then you have to use that cilantro right then and there. Because if you don't, it's a one-trick cilantro. You use it one time, because if you come back tomorrow and try to use it again, that cilantro is going to be saying, well, you had your chance. You should have used me yesterday. So I don't want to be in that kind of situation. I want to be able to go in my garden and cut as much cilantro as I need, and cutting it fresh. That's the key thing, to cut it fresh. So that is just some of the things that I want to be growing in my garden for this 2024 growing season. But I have been working on my garden plants, how my stuff I wanted to look. Yep, just like this. So I'm going to bring you down so you guys be able to get a closer look of how I want my garden plant to look. So hold on, let me get you closer. Okay, so this is my garden plan from 2023, and there has been a lot of changes. Remember last year I had 2 of those green 100-gallon grow bags. I no longer have those. I took those out. And this part over here that says under construction, this raised bed, that's where I had that wooden raised bed. And remember, I tore that out and I replaced it with a green metal raised bed. So see, these are a lot of changes. And I don't have, as you come through the gate, I don't have pots on each side of my gate anymore. Remember, there's a wheelbarrow over there, and I still have that one raised bed over here. So let me show you what the green garden's going to look like in 2024. So this is what it's going to look like in 2024. You're going to come through the gate. The gate's over here. And then remember, I had the wheelbarrow that's full of flowers. And then that is the little small green raised bed. And this is the big one that I put in this season. And then I have my Don Juan roses. And then I have those container over there by the big bucket. And that is how that's going to look. And I want to put my tomatoes here. I want to put my zucchini in this one, and I want to put squash in this side and maybe in this container. I always leave a container open because when you're out there planting plants and you have extras or you want to grow something else, you should have an extra planter so you'll be able to incorporate that plant that you are thinking about putting in your garden. Now this is my blue garden from 2023. And do you see how many pots that I had up there by the retaining wall? And I planted a whole bunch of tomatoes and all along that retaining wall. And remember how I said that the tomatoes didn't grow very well? Because I don't think it got a lot of sun over there. It was kind of more shady. And see, that's one thing. You don't know how plant is going to perform until you actually plant it in that area and see how it performs. So I know that this season I will not be putting any tomatoes over here. And I had potatoes down here. Potatoes did pretty good, but this time I want to incorporate more sugar snap peas. So this is what the blue garden is going to look like this season. Your girl is going to have my black Krim tomato, and I'm going to do some melons. We're going to see if the melons do well. I got cantaloupes. I got another honeydew melon, and I'm going to try my butternut squash. And then I have my patio area, and I'm going to be doing potatoes, because I didn't do so well with the potatoes last season. So I am going to go in hard on the potatoes, and then I want a lot of sugar snap peas. So I'm doing 3 containers of sugar snap peas. Oh yes I am. Because I want them sugar snap peas to have my snack in the garden, and also when I am going to make my stir fries and my salad. So this one is the deck garden. This is the one that has my patio table on it. And so I had a lot of my strawberry tower, which is that DT little planters that you stack on top of each other. I have that, and I'm going to make this a part of my herb garden. Remember I told you I want a lot of herbs. So 2024, this is what it's going to be looking like. This is the DT tower. I'm going to add some more levels to it so I can make it a little bit higher. I'm going to have cilantro, thyme, and then I got that thornless blackberry bush that I got from Lowe's. And I also have a little planter in the corner where I told you Rocky was eating the mums out of that planter. So I think what I'm going to put over here is I'm going to put some lemon mint in that planter. And then at the top where I have those black boxes that I have on my deck, that's going to be another section right here where I'm going to put nothing but herbs. Telling you, I'm coming out the gate, y'all, with herbs. And then as we go into the red garden, this is what your girl's looking at. This is my planting for 2024. Remember last in the red planter beds, remember I had a whole bunch of beans and they did really good. So I'm going to put my beans there this season. Then I'm going to rock spinach because I'm trying to eat better with the spinach. So I'm going to have a box of spinach. Then I'm going to have some rainbow Swiss chard, blue curly kale, some pink celery, some Luciano kale. Never tried that before, so I'm going to try that. And then the containers that are in front of this red raised bed, I'm going to have nothing but bell peppers. Bell peppers, because where the bell peppers were last year, I'm not putting bell peppers there. Remember I told you I'm going to put my onions there. That whole line of the retaining wall is going to be strictly onions. Yep. And then on the other planter bed, I'm going to have cucumbers. And that's where I'm going to put that green vinyl netting. I'm going to have my cucumbers growing up that netting. And then here we come to the black and white garden, my favorite side of the garden. So I decided that, I have that wheelbarrow over there that I use flowers because I plant a lot of flowers in that wheelbarrow because I want all the pollinators to be attracted so they'll be able to come into my garden and do their job, which is pollinating my food so I'll be able to harvest it and feed it to my family, my friends. And then here I need some more okra, like I said. So you remember I have that black planter boxes that I got from Aldi's. Haven't decided what I'm going to put in that one, but the 2 containers that I have my cabbage in now, I'm going to take those out and I'm going to put okra. And then all the other 17-gallon containers, I'm going to put melons. I'm going to put some more melons on that side because I'm trying. I want to get some honeydew melons. I want to get some cantaloupe. I want all types of melons. And then, I have my flower stand, and that's another point in my garden where I'm trying to get the pollinators to come to my garden so they'll take care of me and I'll take care of them. And then on the end part is where I have a herb station. It's where I had that one stairs that has all those flower boxes on it. I'm going to clean all those flower boxes out, and that's going to be another section where I'm going to have my herbs. So your girl is not playing. So if you guys are like me, I have to know where everything is going in my garden, so I'll be prepared and I'll be ready to plant when it's time to plant. And the stress of knowing where all my stuff is going, girl, is out the window, because I don't have to worry about that, because this little cheat sheet, I call it, tells me where everything needs to go. And if I don't have a spot, I've got extra pots over there that don't have anything that's designated to go in those pots, so they'll go in those empty pots. So see, keep some extra pots vacant, so if you have the overflow, as I call it, you'll have a place to put them in, and that's where they'll go. Easy peasy. And that's what gardening is all about. You want your gardening to be fun. You want it to be fruitful. You want it to help your mind, body, and your spirit, child. You don't want to go out there and just work, 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 and then feel like, you're just working so hard. That will take the fun out of gardening, and you know what's going to happen? You're not going to want to do it anymore. So make it fun. Take the hard work out of it. If planning will help you, plan. If writing down all the stuff that you want to grow that season in a notebook, put it in a notebook. The key is to have fun out there and to grow food for your friends and your family, and you don't have to go to the grocery store. That's our main objective. We want to stay out of those grocery stores, and we want to be able to grow some of our food in our garden and make our grocery bill go down, down, down. Now, there's some things you're going to have to go into the grocery store to purchase, but if you can cut that list by half or even take 5 things off of that list, that's money in your pocket that you can put that money towards something else that you need. So that's what your girl is doing, because the most expensive thing for me is seasonings. So that's why I'm trying to grow things to make my seasonings, because I don't know about you, but I use a lot of seasoning. And when I go in that store, who got time to pay $6, $7 for a bottle of seasoning? Or vanilla extract. You check that out? That's too expensive. I've made my own vanilla extract. And if you want to know how to do it, check my videos. And I will take you step by step on how to make your own vanilla extract, lemon extract, almond extract, orange extract. And child, let me tell you, your bottles that you make are huge compared to the little bottles that you get in the grocery store. Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a heads up on what Miss Renee is planning over here and how I have taken the stress out of my life when it comes to plant time. So now I just have to sit back, drop those seeds, watch them grow, and put them out into the garden where they are supposed to be designated in my garden. Alright guys, I hope I've helped you. I hope I've inspired you. And with that being said, Miss Renee is going to say, I'll see you in the next video. And let me know what kind of things you guys are doing to prepare for your spring garden. Alright guys, don't forget, give your girl thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you'll always know when I have another video coming your way. Get your stuff together. Write it down. Plan it out. And you'll feel a whole lot better for your garden season coming up in 2024. Alright, you guys. Take care. This is Renee from Renee's Garden. And I am out. Love you all. Bye-bye.